Hi, I'm Justisha DeClue. I'm the owner of Maha Yoga in Philadelphia. I'm here with Tegan Schweitzer, who directs the Yoga Hour program here. And we want to show you some stretches for the psoas, which is the main hip flexor. Now, the psoas attaches at the top of the thigh bone, and it moves through the center of the body and attaches, turn sideways, up here at the base of the ribs, so T12, L1, 2, 3, 4. What's important to remember with stretching the psoas is the thigh bones have to be back with a neutral pelvis, and a connection here at the waistline and the top of the ribs. So neutral pelvis is where the pelvis isn't either tipped forward or tipped back. I see a lot of people stretching the psoas like this with the pelvis tipped under and the thigh bones pushing forward. And I think that happens because we feel a sensation there in their front fibers, but all sensations are not created equal. So I'm going to show you some of my favorite stretches for the hip flexor that can be really a pesky, slow place of the body to open. One of the easiest ways to open the psoas is to do bridge on a block. So Tegan will lay on her back. And again, on the back, you can check for neutral pelvis where there's space right at the lowest part of the low back, where the sacrum is. That should be tipping up off the ground. You'll commonly see the low back more flattened, and then there'll be that pull at the front of the psoas. But remember, we're looking for neutral pelvis, and then from that place, Tegan can lift. And you can set the block at whatever height is right for you, not at the hips, not at the butt, but really at the base of the low back. So the pelvis remains in that neutral position. And the sensation in the front of the hips isn't going to be strong and real stretchy. It's just going to be more of a spacious, open feel. This is a restorative stretch, so you can hang out here for a few minutes. And you could even put a strap around the top of the thighs so you don't have to do a lot of muscle work in the legs. Virasana. A stretchier stretch for the psoas is Supta Virasana or hero's pose. You sit right between the heels and then lay back onto either the elbows, the shoulders, or Tegan's coming all the way back to her upper back. So here, as the tailbone moves under this way, the pelvis is still in neutral, and she's got connection here at the waistline at the bottom of the ribs. What I often see in Supta Virasana is too much curve in the low back. If the low back goes into excessive curve, you won't be getting the opening in the upper fibers. In that case, it's just telling you that those fibers are pretty tight, and you could do this form with the torso elevated on a bolster or blankets behind, and you could even angle them this way to support as it gets more open. So remember, thigh bones back and the ribs back, the waistline back to support an opening in the hip flexor and the psoas. Good luck. Namaste.